I'm just going to keep the flow we've been keeping. So, um, I guess I only have one kind of thing I can mention, but well, I have lots of things to mention, but I have one thing that's fresh in my mind. But more importantly, like, what do you guys want to talk about? You're the ones who showed up, so.
Diego, you got anything?
Thank you, Grant. Honestly, like I'm just about to finish the an email campaign going towards executive coaches for a automated proposal, kind of solution that I want to kind of come across. I finished the qualification and everything, and now I'm really just at the point where I'm trying to craft a templated video sales letter. Like it's my first time doing one, so I don't know if anyone can in the group can speak to how they would go about crafting that, great. But otherwise, I mean, I've implemented just about everything I've learned, not just from you, Josh, but really from the entire group. And like, yeah, I'm excited to see what the results are from this campaign. But yeah, I don't know if that could be a good starting point. Otherwise, we could talk, about other technical stuff with that's related directly to cold email, because I'm more than happy to discuss that.
I mean, what are you using or what are you going to use? Remind me, Diego, what are you going to use? Are you using Reachly for your outbound?
Yes, indeed, my good sir. Yeah. So, yep. And the email copy was generated through Claude. I'm generating a personalized uh, short sentence to incorporate into the actual, uh, what do you call it, landing page in Reachly as well. That's being crafted through OpenAI's GPT-4 Omni. And yeah, really at this point, it's just really conveying my solution, but like in a minute, because I know John, who just recently joined the WhatsApp group, he sent an email saying like, listen, the whole goal of your VSL should be to really sell your service. And he has like a 3-step format, but he clearly indicates like, do not make it more than a minute. So that's kind of where I'm stuck at, but I'm excited. So
Yeah, I'll just share mine, right? So can you see the screen?
yes.
So I just worked on it this weekend.
Okay.
A couple things. Have you noticed that so John added those two features where you can
Yeah,
add this additional section here?
I'm actually really excited to add that. Yeah, I did see it though.
So I would definitely use that. Like
Mhm.
I'm using this right now. I just did this weekend and
Okay.
I added this section. I already had this, but I added this section. Holy shit, I booked like 8 or 9 calls in the last 2 days. So like
A monster.
it it's crazy. Now, I mean, I'm targeting clay audience, right? So I have a big group to target, but
Right.
um like I have definitely picked up volume just throwing this section in and this testimonial section in from one of my clients. So
Oh
I,
yeah.
I would, and I'll give you an idea. And just so you know, like
Mhm.
all my videos are 1 minute too. So exactly
Oh,
what John says. And then I'll show you another one of my companies.
sure.
Um, this
Cobalt.
one's a little bit different. Yeah.
Hmm.
And this one is killing it too this week. So I
Wow.
just added
Okay.
that section here. It's all personal choice. Like
Mhm.
Cynthia's leads our sales team. So like here, we don't do the personalization,
Okay.
but I drop it into here, right? And so it's all kind of about where you want to put it. I will
Okay.
say, I don't think he's going to mind me sharing it, but I have a client and he did something. Oh shoot, I don't have. Okay, yeah, I don't have him in my account. He's got his own account, but
Mhm.
um, I'll just talk about it for a second. Like
Sure.
his video was like him talking for the first couple seconds,
Mhm.
and then he used a bunch of different like professional video kind of setup because
Okay.
you can upload your own video, right, Diego? You don't have to record it in there.
Oh,
And
that's
so he
fantastic.
made like a professional video and just blended them together.
Mhm.
And it is absolutely killer. Like I could
Oh.
not wait to launch that campaign yesterday for him.
Ooh. Okay.
So, like, just remember from a VSL perspective, it doesn't have to be Diego talking for a minute. It could
Mhm.
be Diego saying, "Hi, I'm Diego. This is what we do," and then cutting to a video. But you can put any video there, and then I don't know if you know this, but I manage John's accounts for him.
Okay.
So I can't show you his page, but I can tell you like it's very, very professional. Like
Okay.
they do a really, really good job. So
Mhm.
um the prettier the better, the color graphic the better,
Mhm.
the 1 minute like he said, and then using all of those functions.
Mhm.
And then if I were you too, I would put like Lucky Orange in the header tag. If you're not familiar with Lucky Orange, just so you can see what people are doing on the page, because
That
like
will.
it makes a huge difference. So I'll show you. I'm tracking a lot of pages now and there, but
Mhm.
I'll just go to my own. Oh, that's my website. Let me go here. I mean, if anybody tells you videos don't hit the inbox, this is my delivery of videos in the last week. For
Okay.
this is just my Reachly page, just so you know. So I've had
Wow.
1,456 people look at my videos in the last week.
Are you still sending
Uh,
only 5 emails per day per account?
Hmm.
no, I bumped it up to 25.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Wow. Okay.
I don't do that for clients quite yet, except for Reachly and myself, because we both agree that we don't really care if we burn our email accounts, we'll just get new ones. But for clients, it's 5 or 10, but it's an interesting test because what I'm seeing is that it's so far, it's not affecting anything, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think, I mean, like people like Smart Lead and, Instantly and like people they talk to on their videos are constantly saying like, don't send any links, plain text only. But like, somebody said, and I really agree with it, all of that is down funnel of your product market fit. And if you're sending it to the wrong people, then sure, maybe the links will get you banned quicker. But if you're sending it to the right people, then I think it doesn't matter. And I think from what you've showed us, clearly you're sending it to the right people, and it's not just like pray and spray. So
I agree. Yeah, I think your audience is extremely relevant. And like this is just so Diego, to your point, Grant, and Diego, to your question. So this is why I use Lucky Orange, because like this is just since 9:30 this morning, and I can see how much time people are spending on the page.
wow.
And then if I wanted to, I can even go further and watch what they actually do on the page. So you can tell this person is viewing it on mobile. They're going to click the video. And here's another cool thing about Lucky Orange. You can't really see it on the recording, but I actually dropped in a little, um, let me see, where is it? Integrations. I always forget how I did it. But I dropped a little plugin on there, but on the actual page. I wish I could find it. Oh, I think it's under community. There it is. So, that ain't it. How do I do it? I just figured this out last week, so let's see if I
Don't
can
worry.
find
Do
it.
your
Yeah.
thing.
So I dropped this little thing on there. So even when they're on the video, this little pop-up comes up.
Okay.
So that's the cool thing about Lucky Orange. So I want to, with Reachly, there's no way to put a hyperlink in there but your calendar. But I
Hmm.
wanted people to have a way to see my website. So this little box pops up like 10 seconds into why they're on the page, and it gives them a link directly to my website.
Oh, that's
So it's
cool.
like even some cool, like this is shit that John and them didn't know. Like I just figured all this out myself because they give you the header tag. And so
Hmm.
when you put this header tag in there, it's like any other header tag, like a chatbot or whatever, you can put stuff in the header tag. So there's just a
Yeah.
lot of, and like, I mean, for what I pay for Lucky Orange, like I'm running like 8 sites right now on it and it's like $99. I get all of this data,
Hmm.
and so the reason why I brought this up, Diego, is when you start to get this many views, you start to really care, like, okay, what are people doing on the site? And you can just watch them. Like I sit here and watch the recordings and I go, okay, clearly this person got is looking at it on desktop. Like I'm wondering like this is something I need to see. Like, is this a pattern? Is there something going on when they view the video that they're not seeing the text? Just stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Um, but it's worth it because if you're going to put all this effort into sending these videos, then you want to know what people are doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's excellent. Thank you. And I think adding those, the what do you call it? The testimonial, I think is huge. And then there was another aspect about your actual service and some points with regards to it that make it that much better. I love that. I think I'm going to definitely incorporate that in the landing page. But thank you so much.
Yeah, and last thing, just so you know, they just text me today and let me know you can now export it directly to instantly
Oh,
as
that's
well.
awesome.
That went live today, so this is a cool feature.
Awesome. So now we just click instantly and then it just pops into a specific campaign that we want to send it to, right?
Yeah, you choose the campaign and it tells you. Now, like for me, I push it back to Clay so I can grab some other stuff. So I'm gonna have to import everything into the Reachly workflow so I
Yeah.
can export it. So I just need to change my front end process because like right now I'm just pulling in like the things I'm going to put in the video, like first name, personalization, or whatever.
Mhm.
But soon, I was talking to John yesterday. Pretty soon they'll have the API up, and so that'll eliminate all of the manual part of it. All right,
Perfect.
Grant. I don't want to run out of time. So
Yeah.
and Mark. So let's go. Go for it, Grant.
Yeah. So I recently ran a scrape of the LinkedIn ads library on Appify.
Uh-huh.
And I was able to, so I had the initial table with all the ad scrapes, and based on our parameters, like we had like 875 ads, but like 250 some odd companies. So like there, a lot of them are running duplicate ads. So I made a copy of the first table and deduped it so that I would have each company in one row, and then added a lookup so that the ad records were, like if a company was running 14 ad records, it would all be stored in the same cell in Clay. So the next point that I'm kind of stuck on, that I have a couple ideas, is how to find the right people. So I put in some job titles into the Apollo integration, which is find people by job title. And that worked okay. At some companies, it found no people where I know there's definitely people there, but Apollo just doesn't have them in their database. And then in other cases, so like we're looking for people with the title of like demand gen, marketing director, or chief marketing officer. And with the marketing director, it's pulling lots of people who are directors of the wrong kind of marketing, like product marketing or sustainability marketing. And those people definitely aren't going to be running LinkedIn ads. They're not the person in charge of that. What I like about doing this in Clay, rather than just like grabbing them and putting in a search engine like SalesNav or a native, or using them in Apollo natively, is that we can see which companies we found people at and which ones we haven't. I know that the similar integration with that Clay has for find people at companies is limited to like open profiles, which only covers like 25% of the market apparently, is what I found, or what I've been told. And so I tried to use ClayGent to scrape the LinkedIn company pages and see, like, tell me who the right person is who handles LinkedIn ads. But it was saying it couldn't access LinkedIn. And so I was kind of thinking about maybe using Phantom Buster to scrape the employees off the page, and then using ChatGPT to parse the results and tell me who the right people are. But anyways, now you kind of know the long story. Would love to hear your thoughts on what you think. And so the other thing is, some of these companies are absolutely massive. Like the Apollo company size on one of these is like 194,000 employees, and then on a different one it's 5 employees. So the size of the companies running these LinkedIn ads is very wide. And in a company that's 200,000 employees, if that's a real number, or even 2,000 employees, you're going to have a lot of title variation and like who's going to be actually managing that. So
Yeah, I mean, so I would tell you like all of that's true, and I've done all of that except for that Paula part.
Okay.
And this, do you see the screen?
Yeah.
So in this table is exactly that lookup people that you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Right.
What is cool, if you don't know this, and I learned this for doing a project with a customer, is that this field right here can handle about 400 or 500 different values.
Wow.
So if you need to expand the search,
Hmm.
I didn't know about the open component, open profile component. Like
Yeah.
when I would, when this is not the table I used, it was when we
Mhm.
built this out for the client, we were having a ton of success by finding people at the company by just
Yeah.
injecting. So what she did, the client did, is went and pulled like 250 roles that she
Okay.
wanted. And then
Yeah.
you just literally come into this column and cut and paste those from like a CSV file.
Hmm.
And you've got to put, you know how with CSVs, you got to put a comma between each
Right.
value.
Right.
Once you do that, it'll create it in this format: founder, CEO, founder, and you could have like 200. I think the row limit, I think the max we were able to get in there is like 250. And so we
Yeah.
actually created two columns so she could do two searches. And it was from the LinkedIn's library. And she was finding more than anything too many roles, not enough. Like, because you can see how in this table we're finding, probably on maybe a third to half of them, we're finding somebody with
Hmm.
just these three. So when you
Right.
add like 20, and this is directly from the Appify LinkedIn Ads Library pool grant. So like
Right.
even at this random table, we're finding 50% of the CEOs, founders, and co-founders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you were to add 100, 200 titles here, then, or, I don't know what job roles you're looking for, but whatever you are, it's
Hmm.
gonna, I don't know, to me, like, I feel like this was pretty successful, but it
Okay.
costs money. I mean, you got to pay
Right.
to run this one, right? So
Right.
while you were talking, the other one I was doing is play around with this kind of prompt. I don't know what
Yeah.
you're setting up in ClayGent, but I use every day my own API key.
Hmm.
And I've been using this a lot for recruiting and different things. And I mean, I have found it to be pretty damn good. Like, I just literally, while you were typing, typed a prompt that said, find me, I just picked marketing, review the website and the URL, find the appropriate person to reach out to in marketing.
What's the URL? Is that the?
I picked the company's website. Yeah.
So you're
So
just having them look at the website, or you also having them looked at the
I had
people
them look.
page?
So in this case, I had them look at this column, which is, oh no, let me see what I wrote in the prompt. I think I actually had the company LinkedIn profile. Let me look. Website and then company LinkedIn profile. Yeah, that's their company LinkedIn profile. So
Okay.
that's all I mean, like in 10 seconds, review the website and the company URL, find the appropriate person to reach out to marketing. I mean, I only ran two, but it found the second one.
Right. Okay. And so and you're like only running that if you can't find. So I don't know if it's just looking on the website then, because like I'm doing exactly what you're doing
Maybe.
right now, because
Are you
uh,
using mini though?
I am GPT-4 Omni with the open API key. And I'm saying visit this LinkedIn company page, and then I give the URL. And I say look through their employees and find 3 employees that most likely to handle the company's LinkedIn ads. And it tells me on every single row, no data found. I cannot access or scrape LinkedIn pages, including the provided link, due to restrictions on automated browsing of their content,
Yeah,
which
there's
is so
something
weird.
off because I do it I did like, look, I'll just show you. Like, I mean, I'm doing it thousands of times a day,
Hmm.
scraping LinkedIn profiles with ClayGen, GPT-4 Omni.
Okay, so maybe we should reach out to their support or something, because that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
It's your API key, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could share my screen and show you. Um,
Yeah, because even in my research prompts grant, like this is a big one I just ran on
mhm.
Sunday. Like I'm scraping LinkedIn profiles. Like, and it's even in the results, if you look at the details of the steps taken,
Yeah.
right here, visited LinkedIn, Brian Morrissey, and scraped all the information. I mean, and like I said, I've done it. I ran like 5,000 leads last night, same exact prompt. And there's one company, I can't remember which one I'm doing it for, where I didn't have the name. I think it's this one. Let me look. Some of mine, like I don't have, I'm pulling like tech tech technology data and stuff, so I don't have the name. And same thing, like I'm just saying, so maybe try to incorporate a different source like the website and the LinkedIn, or do a
Okay.
Google search and review this LinkedIn, and maybe
Yeah.
that just tricks it into doing it. But they're all like purely just GPT-4
Okay.
Omni Mini
Yeah.
and ClayGen. I mean, the ClayGen, but it's definitely my own API key. I don't see why. I mean, I'm level 5 when it comes to OpenAI, but otherwise, I'm not special. So I don't know why I would have
Right.
any unique um,
Okay.
permissions.
Cool. So you would first use that ClayGen, find people at companies, or not ClayGen, just click Clay, find people at companies, and then you'd try like if that didn't find the right titles, you would try the ClayGen thing, or maybe the opposite.
I would do the ClayGen GPT Mini because it's exponentially cheaper than a Clay
Yeah.
credit. But then I
Yeah.
would do the find person, the one I showed you first and second
Okay.
as a backup. But I have found with GPT Mini, if they have a LinkedIn profile, I can find it. The only time it doesn't find it is if they don't have one.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks for that help. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Mark,
I was just gonna ask you, like, what kind of subject lines? I was playing around with Claude, trying to have it like generate some subject lines and prompts around that. And then I just went with some of my like tried and true, like variable based subject lines, and they perform way better. So I was just curious as to like, what do you do around subject lines?
I will tell you what I use on every single campaign and every single client's campaign. It's hi, first name.
Yeah.
That's
I,
it. It works. And I'll tell you why, Mark, because most people don't pay attention to the preview, which is what people will see in their inbox, right?
mhm.
But at the end of the day, you would have to almost open, even if your preview, remember, is only like 40, 50 letters, right? So you're not going to be able to read the whole email. But most people will open the email just to figure out if they know me or not.
Makes sense.
And it works for my clients too, right? So I don't track open rates, but I can tell by our reply rate. Some of our campaigns are 15% reply rate. So like I know they're so I use it. I've never gone back.
True. I'm gonna have to try it. My best one is like first name, lowercase x for sending account first name.
I think that works too. I have in the past. I once did like my name and the company name, or my name slash their name. I think those works too. I
Yep.
just feel like I don't know why, but hi first name is like just so casual that I
Yep.
think it's like people are like, we'll see. Why are they saying hi? Like,
True.
So you don't
and,
you don't
that's
tax that or anything, Josh?
don't what?
You don't spend tax that subject line or anything with different variations of the name and hi and hello and hey and all that.
Shit, Grant. I do nothing but AI in every single email. I don't spend tax nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of spins on its own, right? With every person's first name in a way.
Yeah, the only thing unique in every one of my emails is the unsubscribe. I mean, that's not unique. It's the unsubscribe, the signature, and the subject line. Everything else. I mean, and it's all math, right? So when you think of like when you got everything in the body of your email being 100% dynamic every single email, like that's why I don't worry about subject line.
True. I just had like a major, I was using MailForge, so I'm like rebuilding everything. I'm gonna use that company you told me about though for the resellers. Was it Inboxology or something?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. And
technically, I think it's inbox logi. There's no
yeah,
L after the X. That really
that
confused me. I could not find the company because of that.
Sorry. Their other
Oh,
company name, by the way, is demandology.com. And then
okay.
Moyne, who is their founder, is in our group. So if you ever need him, just type at Moyne, Moin. But I think that should work. But he's in our group. But yeah, that's, I mean, that or just buy them directly through Instantly if you're not using Smartly. I mean, if you unless you're using Smartly, so those are the only two ways I buy them, through him or through Instantly. All right, sorry to cut it short, guys. I got a call I got to get on, but hopefully
All right.
we got some good
Thank you,
stuff
Josh.
done.
Thanks.
See you.